Hi, today I am here to talk about the new, not new anymore, the Kaleidos Makeup Full Fresh Fantasy Collection. I bought the entire collection with my own money through Taobao. So today I'm just here to give you some of my thoughts. This collection comes with... ta-da! It comes with this huge metal case. I paid for this metal case, by the way. I mean, like, I paid for everything, and this metal case is part of the entire collection. So technically, I'm paying for this metal case. It is definitely bigger than A4 size. But it's pretty useless. There is no use for me for this case, so it is literally just chucked at a corner of my room, collecting space. If you ask me, I don't think it's practical. Like, where on earth would I bring this case to? Oh, it also actually comes with a bow, like a bow, like, what's that called? A hair tie with a bow. Luckily, I remembered that there was a bow. If not, it would be a waste of my $2 or maybe $5 to not show it off or document it in this video. I haven't used it ever since I got it. Let's start with the lip gloss. It comes in a packaging like this, which opens on all four sides, and the lip gloss is inside here. The lip gloss this time is LG04 Dramatized. It actually has sort of like a coral and strawberry red kind of base with pink and gold sparkles. It is what I currently have on my lips right now. Personally, I wouldn't wear this on its own because my lip color is very light, and if I do like a dramatic eye look with like a very... I want to say nude, but it's not even like nude. It's a very like light colored lip. I feel that there is like no life to this whole look, so I would prefer to wear the lip gloss on top of a lip color. Comparing this to LG03, which I also have, I prefer LG03 more. Reason is very simple, because this one has sort of like an orange red base, and orange, anything with orange is not my kind of thing. LG03 has more of a purple base, while LG04 has like a red-orange base. And also the sparkles in it, LG04 has red and gold sparkles, or pink and gold sparkles, while LG03 has pink sparkles. And be it the base color or the sparkles itself, I lean towards LG03 more. Texture of this lip gloss is not super sticky, but I feel like it moves a little bit easily. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like if I purse my lips too much, the entire lip gloss will like bleed. Here is LG04 over my Armani 522. I think it's okay, but it just looks as if there's a layer of clear gloss on top of my lips. Looking at it in real life through the mirror, I couldn't really see the sparkles. Not really my kind of thing. I wouldn't purchase this on its own. Futurism palettes, oh my god, I love these two palettes. I just really like the packaging. It is super pretty. Opens up like that into one piece of paper, and it says here, makeup on the bright side. Here are the actual palettes themselves. The actual palettes feel really heavy. Not really heavy, but they feel heavy. It feels like a good product, not some cheap cardboard product. Lunar Lavender, this palette I love. Anything purple I love. There's also some kind of like holographic print on the packaging, which I think is really nice. It opens up on the sides like that. Ta-da! And here is the palette. My favorite color is this one right here. Stunning. It's so pretty. I love it so much. Compared to the Salmon Sashimi palette, I feel that this sparkle is not as bright as the other one. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I feel after, you know, using it on both of my eyes. I feel like this one is more sparkly than this one. However, there's one color which I do not really like, and it's this sparkle color because it's blue. It's just my personal preference because I hate blue. There are two brown shades. I don't really live for that, but I can understand why they put the brown shade inside, so I wish there was only maybe like one brown shade. I don't know why they must have two, but okay. Shadows themselves are super pigmented and really soft. When you touch it with your fingers, you can feel that it is super fine, and it just feels super good. I actually do own the Escape Pot eyeshadow palette, and when I first got this palette, the first thing I wanted to know was that if these two colors are similar to the two purple colors in the Escape Pot palette. So we're gonna find out now. The top row are the two purple shades from the Lunar Lavender palette, while the bottom bottom row are the two purple shades from the Escape Pot. For the lighter shade, the one in the Luna Lavender palette is more pink as compared to the lighter shade from the Escape Pot palette. While for the darker shade, the one in the Escape Pot palette is more pink as compared to the darker shade from the Luna Lavender palette. When I first got these two palettes, I actually thought that I would just like this one and this one like not so much. But when I used this, I was like, oh my god, wow, it is so pretty. And there are orange tones in this palette, and surprisingly enough, I don't hate them. I actually kind of like them. This palette is the star of this entire collection for me. This one is called Sashimi City. This palette is a salmon palette, should I put it this way? I guess it's a more everyday kind of palette. I would just call this palette the everyday palette. So opens on both sides. There is also a mirror. This palette, oh my god, this color combination, like all these colors, they go so well together. There are two browns. These two browns look really similar, but I don't mind that. Maybe I do. I do mind that they look really similar, but I don't mind that there are browns in this palette because this palette is just stunning. Like, wow, this palette literally blew my mind. This color right here is my favorite color in this entire palette. It is a stunning pink multi-chrome with orange and gold shift. I'm not a big orange or gold person, but when I first used this palette, wow, I was blown away. I just wanted to use this all day long, although I didn't. It just made me feel a lot, all in all. Gold is not really my kind of thing, but I don't hate it. I can use it. That's the thing. It's crazy. And these two colors right here, this sort of like yellowish and this salmon color, oh my god, they are actually stunning. I didn't think I would like this palette so much, and wow, wow. Seriously, I recommend this palette to everyone out there more than the Luna Lavender palette. If you must get a palette from Kaleidos, I definitely recommend this one. I even like this one over the Escape Pot palette. This one is where it is at for me. Charisma contour palettes. This one is in cool and light, and this one is in warm and medium. There's also another palette in a darker shade called warm and deep, but it does not come with the collection that I purchased. The thing about the contour palette though is that it is pretty neat because you open it like that, just like the eyeshadow palette, but there are actually instructions on how to use this palette to the fullest on the packaging, which is really nice. Usually I use this cool and light. It is also the contour that I have on today. It's not a contour that I hate, but it's not a contour that I especially like as well. I don't really feel anything for it. I just feel that it's, I mean, it's a nice contour. It's super pigmented, which is nice, but I don't love it. The palette actually opens up like that. There is a magnetic clasp to it. So there are three colors or three different powders in this palette. This one is just sort of like a pressed powder, I would say. I wouldn't say that this is a highlighting powder, but this is just a typical pressed powder, the lightest shade. This one is a nose contour, while this one is a face contour. The face contour actually has a more red tone as compared to the nose contour. The nose contour actually has a more grayish tone, and then you just have this pressed powder which you can use to cut your contour lines or make them more defined. Personally, I don't really use this because I'm not for that like super chiseled look, but if you're into it, then you would probably make use of this. I do use this shade sometimes to set my maybe color corrector or my concealer sometimes if it's within my reach. Even though I own both palettes, I personally prefer the cool one because I just lean towards cooler contour shades. I can use this one as well. You don't need to be like a darker skin tone to use this one. For my skin tone, I think I can use both of them. This one isn't too dark for my skin tone. I think it really just depends on your preference, which one you prefer. You prefer cooler contour shades or warmer contour shades. For me, I prefer cooler contour shades, so this is my choice. There we have it. I hope you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!